Good morning, learners. Welcome once more to our lesson for English Second Language, Grade 12. I'm so happy that now you know what is expected of you when answering Paper 2 Extended and Paper 1 Core, which was our previous lesson. Today we are moving on. And I am really sorry because today my voice is not that well. It's croaking. I don't know what these people at my house cooked for me last night. I may croak like a frog, but don't be scared. It's just me. I'll be a towel for you. Okay, who can tell me what our lesson for today is going to be? Yes, I can see you thinking. It's report writing. You are very correct. Today we are going to look at report writing, and please pay attention as we go through so that you do not miss out. For grade 12, we have different kinds of reports that we may be asked to write. We have eyewitness report, a report where you'll be asked to write stating what you have seen at a certain scene. We have crime report, whereby you are asked to write about a certain crime that is committed, let's say in your area, or somewhere where you were, let's say a shooting that took place somewhere. We can also have a newspaper report, where you may be asked to report about an event, let's say a soccer match which is taking place at your school, or which has taken place at your school, or a fundraising event or a farewell party. So you can expect a question to be in that line when you are writing a report. Right. Let me take you through the steps of writing a report. When you see the question or the statement that is asking you what to do, first of all, choose the correct tense. In continuous writing, whatever we write, we are guided by the question. That is how we choose our tense. Choose the correct tense and be guided by the question provided to you. Choose the correct tense, please. This is very, very important. An eyewitness report may require you to write in past tense because you are reporting on what you have seen. A crime, you may write, a crime report, you may as well write in past tense because you are writing about the crime that has happened. About reporting on an event, you may be requested to write while the event is taking place. That means the tense has changed and it's present tense. If you are writing on the report on the event that has taken place already, then you are going to write in past tense. Choose your tense wisely. After choosing your tense, after reading the question and deciding on which tense to use, now reread the statement and derive a short title, a very interesting short title which would catch the eyes of the reader. Okay, a short title, you call it a topic, should be not more than 10 words, if I may say. So find a short topic to your title. To your report. After finding a short, interesting topic to your report, now we are going to the introduction. Introduction. In the introduction, you are going to tell us what happened, when, how, just in short. You do this just in short, because you cannot start telling the whole story in the introduction. This mostly applies to the eyewitness report and to the crime report. And be also rest assured that in a crime report, you may be requested to have a how or who question. Who is asking you to tell us who the crime happened to, if it was to a person. If it's otherwise, let's say to a place and other things like that, then you are still in the same line. Okay, that is your introduction. We are moving on to the body. The body, I'm not talking about your body, head, toes, stomach, back, whatever. I'm talking about the body of the letter, okay? Here you are asked to tell us in details on what exactly happened. I hope you are seeing my letters very clearly. You know, the lockdown is making us use the small flip charts. Camera, please bring this out clearly. Hello, camera, good. What exactly happened? And stick to the prompts. Now here you are adhering to the prompts. The prompts, I told you, are guidelines which take you through or which tells you what to write about. That is our body. If you have 3 prompts, then see how you can arrange your prompts. Then you have your short 3 paragraphs, or if possible, you can combine some of the ideas, but I love ideas being tackled in a separate paragraph. So answer the prompts, be guided by the prompts. When attending to the body, try to use time transitional words like first, then, finally. This will make it easy for the reader to see where you are. You are giving us, especially if it's an eyewitness, at first I saw this, then this happened, then finally the resolutions now. Okay. Now we are done with the body of our report. We are coming to the conclusion. Your conclusion at most entails the experience learned. Were you reporting about an event? What did you learn from that experience? The resolutions. Were you witnessing an accident? How did it end? Did the police take the bodies? Did the ambulance come? That is a resolution. The recommendation. Were you reporting about a crime? What do you recommend for the police or for people to do so that crimes are combated, so that crimes are stopped? And we can also have suggestions in the end. What do you suggest should be done so that the community does not fall prey of criminals? So this is mostly what happens in conclusion, and it depends on the question. Really, it depends on how the question comes out and how the prompts are brought out. After our conclusion, we need to have a byline. A byline, you are going to tell us who compiled this report. Compiled by Abiatar Who. So that when the readers read, they can tell that this was compiled or written by you. I also sometimes encourage learners, if you have forgetting issues, put your byline immediately after the topic, the short heading, that short interesting heading. That is if you're forgetting issues, because a byline is part of the format and we really want to stick to the format in everything that we write. It's just like you with your body. You cannot go out without shoes or Sometimes if you don't have your feet, how will you feel? So a format should be complete, just like how your body is complete. Now let us look at an eyewitness report. I'm going to give you an example of an eyewitness report. Let's say you were on your way to school and a terrible road accident involving two vehicles occurred. Write an eyewitness report and be guided by the prompts, or provide answers to the prompts, which are: number 1, when and where the accident took place, how the accident happened, and what happened in the end. Right, that is an eyewitness report. You are told that you were on your way to school and a terrible accident involving two vehicles occurred. Write an eyewitness report. Number 1, we are going back to our rules. Number 1 is that we have to deduce a short, interesting topic from this statement. Myself, I would have a topic, a short one, such as: a horrific accident claimed lives of 10, or 9 perished in an accident, depending on what I have seen. You see, those topics are very short, and when you say 9 perished in an accident, this is eye-catching. The reader would want to really see: 9 people perished, what happened? Or a horrific accident, hey, what happened in the accident? Good, that is your short heading. Then you move on to the introduction. In the introduction, you are telling us in brief. When I'm saying in brief, briefly, I mean in short. You are telling us what happened, when it happened, and where it happened. When you go to school, obviously it should be in the morning, or some of you, if you go in the afternoon. You have to tell us: in the early hours of Monday, 28 April, I witnessed a horrific accident involving a white sedan and a black Toyota that took place few kilometers out of Ondangwa. That is a brief introduction. You are letting us know what happened, and do it in a creative way. Here I'm just directing you. Choose beautiful words and stand out there to show us how you can create a beautiful work. That was your introduction. You have told us what happened, when, and where. Then now we are going to the body. To the body, you are being guided by the prompts. Don't forget, we are now answering what happened. We are going in details. Try to revisit your 5 senses. 5 senses: sound, feelings, those things. You can tell us about the sound: a booming sound, sharp cries and screams, then silence. A car got into flames. You are trying to tell us how it started. Then tell us what caused this. This happened when the driver of the black Toyota lost control and encroached into the lane of the oncoming white sedan. It's also confirmed that the driver of the black Toyota was under the influence of alcohol. You are going into details. You are telling us the causes. You are being directed by your prompts. Depending on what your prompts are, I'm not saying that all the prompts are going to be like that. This is just an example, because you have to tell us how the accident happened. It happened because the driver of the other car was under the influence of alcohol, or he was speeding and lost control. You are telling us how it happened, and you have also told us what caused the accident. Then you are moving on. Now you are done with your body. You are going to the conclusion. Conclusion, I told you that At most, it's either resolution, recommendations, suggestions, and things like that. In this case, your prompt have asked you to talk about the resolution or what happened in the end. So you are going to tell us that the police and the ambulance were called, or what happened in the end? It's you who was there. If the police and the ambulance were called, the ambulance services were called, tell us. And if there were any deceased body, this means dead bodies, were they taken to the mortuary? And is the police still continuing with the investigation, or the investigation were done? So those are the things we want to hear. That was those were few tips on how to answer questions on eyewitness report. Okay, now you know the types of reports. I spoke about crime report, eyewitness report, and newspaper report. And I'm saying that a question can just come asking you to write a report. When you write the report, go back to the format of a report as how we have discussed it. Now, I'm so happy that you were listening attentively. Your activity is going to follow below on our page. So be patient. I'll post it very soon, anytime soon. You answer it, then you post your answers back on the page so that I can quickly check through and give you the feedback. You know, I love you so much, all of you. I always tell you that what I want you to do is just to work hard, to study hard. Seriously, you have to study hard. And when you try, everything will work out. Look here, I'm saying if you try, you will make it. If you sleep, you may sleep forever and achieve nothing. Have yourself a very beautiful day for the meantime. And be reminded that in the next lesson, we are going to look at how to write a speech. We are going to go through the format together and few examples. Then you get yourself an activity. Then you send it back in the same way that we are going to do it today in this lesson. Bye. Thank you.